আরেকবার ধন্যবাদ প্রিয় দর্শক। কথা বলছিলাম আমরা রোহিঙ্গাদের নিয়ে কথা বলছিলাম কিভাবে আমরা সবাই একত্রিত হয়ে রোহিঙ্গাদেরকে রক্ষা করতে পারি, কিভাবে বিশ্ব মানবতাকে আমরা জাগিয়ে তুলতে পারি, কিভাবে বিশ্ব মানবতাকে আমরা রক্ষা করতে পারি। এ বিষয়ে কথা বলছেন আব্বাস ফয়েজ, সিনিয়র রিসার্চার, সাবেক সিনিয়র রিসার্চার অ্যামনেস্টি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল সাউথ এশিয়া। এরপর হচ্ছেন তুংকিন, উনি হচ্ছেন প্রেসিডেন্ট বার্মিজ রোহিঙ্গা অ্যাসোসিয়েশন ইউকে। আমাদের সাথে কথা বলছেন আমাদের কমিউনিটির 14 জন সম্মানিত অতিথি যারা এই বিষয়ে কাজ করে যাচ্ছেন অনেকদিন ধরেই। আমি যাচ্ছি আপনার কাছে, প্লিজ।
I have one question to Mr. Tunkin. Just as a Bangladeshi, what types of step Bangladeshi can take as a neighbor country to stop this type of genocide? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nurbox, please.
Thank you very much.
Can you take it closely?
Thank you. You organize such a wonderful event. Thank you. My question is to Abbas. He's the well-known person and he's the activist of the human rights. Does it not what is occurring in Myanmar? It is not a state terrorism. My question is that.
Okay, thank you very much. Next.
My name is Mohibur Rahman Chaudhary. I'm from Bangladesh. My question is Amnesty International পক্ষে যিনি আজকে আসছেন ওনাকে যে you can why not you raise your voice and involve the United Nations because they can censor the Burma, then they can do something. If it the only statement on the television and newspaper, this is which is not enough.
Okay,
you do something for United Nations, then with the pressure for Burma, then they stop this genocide. We don't like this thing. You see, before few months ago in Bangladesh, and get some problem with the Hindus, then India come to us about pressure the Bangladesh. Why doing like that? But nowadays India didn't say anything because I think Burma is they are Muslim. It is true or false? Can you tell me?
Thank you very much. You understand, I think human rights organization should speak with United Nations and then United Nations should go Burma, should speak with the Burma government, embassy to stop it. And also before 2 months ago there was a big miscommunication between about the minority attack in Bangladesh, and the Indian High Commission speak with Bangladeshi High Commission why this happened in why they are not talking about the Burma. Next, please.
Okay. My name is Ataullah Faruk. Thank you for NTV family that discuss for Rohingya, the Burma. Thank you for honorary guests Abbas and Gaffa. I thank you for 40 people for discuss for today Burma, the Rohingya. So
can you take
my question? I'm giving pass one thing. Yesterday I watching YouTube. So me and my 8 years old daughter see the YouTube, the Rohingya, people cut and piece. So my daughter say, Baba, why going on people is a kill the people, the children, what is this? So I never give you any answer. I'm very sorry. I hate for international organization, I hate for human rights because lots of people suffering this Rohingya situation, and I'm suffering, my children suffering, all the children, because this is the 7th generation. People see this picture, so now is mentally problem. So that's why I hate for international organization, all of them, no only one.
Okay.
All of them.
All international
so
community.
my short question. Thank you for Mr. Abbas Faizi. One question for you. You see all the footage for Facebook or Twitter or Instagram everywhere, but why silent international media? Sometime I see for BBC some footage, but CNN, lots of things, lots of international media is silent.
Okay.
Not giving any news.
Okay.
So I'm giving this question for Mr. Fayez. I'll give you another question for Gaffa. So I know you.
Shortly, please. Shortly, yeah. Shortly. Only question.
I know you for arrange for Burma situation, people, how to help for people. So I can't find any leader for Burma people
Inside
look
the Burma,
after.
inside the Burma, who can lead?
Yeah,
Who can lead
yeah,
inside the Burma?
yeah.
Thank you. Please, the President of Journalist Association UK.
Many thanks to organize this wonderful talk show. I have a question. As a British Bangladeshi community and wider community of this country, what we should do to stop the genocide in Burma? Also, actually, our heart is crying for our brothers and sisters who are killing in Burma. So I'd like to make a comment with the recitation of a poem which is written by our one Bengali writer, Shahabujjamal Kamal. One poem just I'd like to recite. This is my comment. মায়ানমারের মুসলমানরা করছে হাজারি তাদের করুণ ফরিয়াদে আকাশ বাতাস পাহাড়ি পাষণ্ড তার হচ্ছে শিকার হাজার পুরুষ নারী জ্বালিয়ে পুড়িয়ে করছে ধ্বংস তাদের বসত বাড়ি নির্বিচারে করছে খতম হাজার তাজা প্রাণ অপরাধটা হলো শুধু তারা মুসলমান তাদের প্রতি অমানবিক জুলুম অত্যাচার মেনে নেওয়া যায় না যে এমন অবিচার নিরপরাধ মানুষগুলো বড় অসহায় এই বিপদে তাদের পানে কেউ না ফিরে চায় মুসলিম লিদন অভিযানে কাচ্ছে মায়ানমার বিশ্ববিবেক তাদের কথা ভাবছে কি একবার This is my comment.
Thank you very much. Abbas, I think this is a poem about Rohingya in Myanmar. And I have lots of caller. Can I speak with only one caller?
Yes, sure.
Please.
Sure.
Caller, assalamu alaikum.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I'm Mohammed Rahman from Cardiff.
Okay.
I appreciate NTV to organize such a program, and also appreciate your guests, Mr. Abbas and Mr. Mao King especially. Actually, Mr. Abbas was very clear for his last speech for last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He said Bangladesh is not doing enough. I have got honor to him, but I would say actually Bangladesh had done a lot of things for last 3 decades, if he knew. He said Bangladesh government has got responsibility. Yes, we have, but international community has got more responsibility as well. As he knows, or we know, that how the Rohingya people been to Burma and by the British government and others. I have got 2 specific questions, one for Mr. Abbas and one for Mr. King. For Mr. Abbas, I would like to say and question you that I also support to open the border, but because I've got sympathy. But don't you think if Bangladesh government open the border, that it is encourage the Burmese army or Myanmar government to do more activities or more like do whatever they are doing? And for Mr. King, the question is how he engage the Western power or Western countries, or what measure he should taken or we should taken to engage Western countries to involve them with this matter.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Abbas, please.
Thank you.
Can I answer Mr. Caller?
Please, yeah.
Before I go to
guest.
I think it is very important because what he is mentioning is really important. What should the government of Bangladesh do? We are not saying, nobody is saying that, the borders should be opened and, there shouldn't be any border. What we are talking about is really a group of people, minorities, children, women, elderly, men, who are in trouble. They have been, they are really exposed to extrajudicial executions. Women have been exposed to rape. Bangladesh, with the history of Bangladesh, where we, know that more than 200,000 women were raped during 1971. So it is a very serious issue. So, if we have concern about those, we've got to be very concerned about this. But your question had another dimension, and that is really very important, and I would like to discuss that now. So the first part, I believe that, Bangladesh government should actually allow these people to temporarily stay in Bangladesh. But I mentioned earlier that really the problem lies in Myanmar. And every government in the region has a responsibility. Because the government of Bangladesh is, I mean, Bangladesh is a very important country in the world. It's got a standing in the world, and therefore, other governments cannot, will have to listen to the government of Bangladesh. So if the government of Bangladesh takes, the initiative and goes to India, goes to China, goes to, all sorts of other countries, as well as, of course, countries of the Western world, and say, this, situation has got to be sorted out. And then all of these countries, if they come together, they will be able to do something. And that is what the government of Bangladesh is not doing. I believe that, it is not enough to just, call the ambassadors of the countries and say, hello, do you agree or disagree with us? That is not enough. There's got to be really a lot of rigorous activity at the General Assembly, at the, the whole issue has got to be really, there's got to be a lot of pressure. So this particular issue is taken to the Security Council of the United Nations. And, and the government of Bangladesh can do that. So answering to the caller, those are practical issues. It's not, no one is saying that, the border should disappear. No, that's
and also,
not
one thing, Abbas, one of my guests asked you, why India is silent now?
Well, I mean, the interesting thing is that, India does speak about, issues when it relates to the Hindu minority. But I have to give you the experience that I have. Where does it get? I mean, the attack on the Hindus have not stopped in Bangladesh. As far as I know, and there have been numerous attacks since 2001, under the government of the BNP, under the government of the Awami League. There have been attacks in 2013. The government of Awami League was in power, and there were a lot of attacks against Hindus. In 2001, the government of the BNP. I am an independent person. I can talk about all of these people. So the government of the BNP was in power, and there were a lot of attacks against Hindus.
Minority.
But not one single person has been prosecuted for these attacks. I know that, from time to time some people are arrested, but nothing is happening. So, I mean, minorities in countries of South Asia and also Southeast Asia are in trouble, regardless of what. But the difficulty is that the government of India is not even saying that much about the Rohingya population in Burma.
In Burma, but they are not talking. And also, I'm coming to you. Just 1 minute for Mr. King regarding. You have two questions. Can you give the answer? 1 minute, because I have to finish within 2 minutes.
One question he was asking about why Rohingya want. There
Do you have any leader inside also? Can you create any leader inside the Burma?
Of course, we have leaders inside Burma. But currently, the situation is very tense. They cannot speak up. They are in Rangoon, which is former capital of Burma.
Okay.
So they cannot speak up the issue because this is very, the way the government created is a kind of sensitive issue.
Yeah.
They are saying different ways. So people are a bit frightened up, So we are exiled, the Rohingya organization. We are standing up. We are doing our best. The way how can move forward. And I have another question. What Bangladesh government should do?
Shortly, please.
I think temporarily Bangladesh government should open the border and allowing humanitarian aid, international humanitarian aid. And it is very important that, as I mentioned just earlier, this time Bangladesh community, business society, doctors, lawyers, engineers, rickshaw drivers, everyone should come and stand up with Rohingya community to save the lives of Rohingya.
Thanks, Tunkin. Mr. Abbas, last minute for you, please.
So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people...
last comments from you, I want...
The last comment is that really, I think, I think this is an important issue. People in this country, Bangladeshis, non-Bangladeshis, it doesn't matter who you are, which community you belong to, we've got to really raise our voices.
And also one question on, is it a genocide?
Well, I mean, you know, technically it can be, because a genocide is not a question of numbers. You can kill 3 people in a certain way and it becomes genocide. So it's not a question of numbers. It's just the way that you do that. And I think you know, the issue, what we want is really a high-powered international investigation authority to actually investigate, come out with a report, and in that report, because we know that, you know, Amnesty International has come out with a report, Human Rights Watch has come out, some people from the United Nations Refugee Organization have said something, but we need something that can be taken to the Security Council. That is where you know, the issue has got to be really discussed. And at the moment we are not there.
Thanks Abbas and thanks Sukin. আপনাদের সবাইকে অনেক ধন্যবাদ। প্রিয় দর্শক, আমরা কথা বলছিলাম রোহিঙ্গাকে নিয়ে, আমরা কথা বলছিলাম রোহিঙ্গার যে মানবতার বিপর্যয় সেই বিষয়ে। অবশ্যই আমরা সবাই একত্রিত হয়ে, বিশ্ব মানুষ একত্রিত হয়ে আমরা রোহিঙ্গাদেরকে রক্ষা করব, এবং আমরা আশা করব যে বিশ্ব মিডিয়া, বিশ্ব মানবাধিকার সংস্থা এবং জাতিসংঘ এ ব্যাপারে আরো অনেক বেশি ভূমিকা পালন করবে। আপনাদের সবাইকে অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ। আগামী অনুষ্ঠান দেখার আমন্ত্রণ জানিয়ে আজকের মতো বিদায় নিচ্ছি। আল্লাহ হাফেজ।